Welcome to the cliff, where the fun never ends. We'll dive into topics, make new best friends. So grab a seat, get ready to go on the Clips Podcast Show. Let's enjoy the flow. Ain't nobody messing with mine. We'll discuss the latest trends and news. Laugh and debate, leave you feeling amused. Oh yeah. Tim the man as your host will keep the energy high. Interviews and stories that will touch the sky. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Willie.
You better put Jazz name in this song. She'll keep boycotting you.
I'm thinking the boycott all she wants. Ain't gonna stop nothing from nothing.
Don't do it like that, man.
See here.
No,
We'll
she's
get
special.
right on into this. I ain't even do no questions. I ain't even because we gonna shoot from the hip. We started to shoot from the hip now, which is
we ain't got no time.
I got questions in my head.
Oh, you got questions in your head?
Got topic. Yeah, I got them in your head too.
Yeah, lie.
Hell no.
So Christina Mackey is a chick that I guess you can say she an IG model. She bad as hell. She was also a chick that dated Rick Ross, and she recently went on Cam Newton's show, and she had some things to say that I want to share with you guys, and I want to get y'all thoughts about this and what she had to say. Let me see if I can get it up real quick. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. This is what she had to say about a segment that she was talking about on Cam Newton's show.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I love that. That's really important. I just want to throw this in there because the best relationship I had, I hope you see this interview, but the best relationship I had, the guy who he flew me out and we were dating for a few months and he said, I want you here, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go out. If you want the keys, here. If you need a card, here. It's here. But I just want you in the home. I just want to know that you're close, that you're here. I want to know where you are. He's like, if that's something you could do for a couple of days, come spend some time with me. But he's like, I don't really want to talk. I don't really want to.
You ready for this one?
Yeah. I really love
every man to a degree.
Yeah.
Has this in them, but they don't know how to say it. And I'm about to tell you what he meant by that.
Yeah.
Every man wants to be by themselves, but they don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
All right. So that was a conversation that was being had, and it's kind of a clip that's kind of going by.
The changing of the mind is not restricted between a bracket of women or demographic or socioeconomic status. The changing of the mind can be the woman in the lowest, the woman in the middle, and the woman at the supermodels. It's not contingent on that. Woman gonna change her mind, she's gonna change her mind. Okay. We're not building off of whether she's gonna change her mind or not. We're just what I've been able to find out is that the guys who do make it into the top 10, 20% that are not compelled to want to pick one and get out of the game, they often say that if they had to do it all over again, they would have chose a woman when they were young in their 20s and built from scratch with a woman versus building an entire empire and trying to find someone who's justified to be able to come in with that. That's what I get all the time. And it baffles me. I'm like, damn. And then it reminds me of why, how I selected. And that's why I always argue that I was blessed when I found mine. You're not going to find them like that. But the most difficult decision a man is going to have to make is when he's 20, 21, 22, and he's sitting across from a 21, 22-year-old woman. Mm-hmm. The decision he going to have to make, if that woman is down, because I think we can all argue that we don't ran into some good women. It's the checkout right there. And oftentimes, if you won a genetic lottery, like 6'4" Trev or 6'4" real dope dad, I don't know how tall y'all are, and y'all have this just genetic lottery, y'all are athletic and charming, it's really difficult to say, oh, yeah, I'm done at 21, 22 when you got the whole world to conquer. And that's the conversations we're having at the top. And they can do it all over again. They say, well, this money wasn't, all this chasing the status wasn't really worth it. They would rather build empires alongside their woman.
The only way you change this is raising wives again and loyal women who are committed, who know what commitment is.
That's a fact.
They said by 2045, 45% of women are going to be childless and single. So we keep saying these things, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, the women that raised us, the grandmas that raised us, they were raised to be committed to the man they picked for life. No matter what that man did, she kept her family together. And the worst case scenario would be maybe he probably stepped out, but they knew the top men and the best men possibly could step out. And fidelity is what they were supposed to give the man. Most men don't change. Most men are as faithful as their options. So a woman went, look, I know you can get all these women. I want your resources. I want your power. I want your kids, and I want your attention. But today's women want to be the man, and they want to control the top elite man, just like you said, Bruiser. So if they're trying to still control the top elite man, and they don't want to deal with the average man who will give control of themselves and do whatever the women ask, and they don't want to deal with them, there's nothing you can do about this market unless the women change.
Well, because you're right. And the change.
Ali, hold on. I got a quick question, real quick. What percentage of women do you actually think are marriageable at this point?
Are women or women in
period?
general?
We're not restricted to women.
Either way, you can answer whatever you want. Yeah.
Women in the West.
Less than 5%.
He said less than
5%.
I say 20%.
All right, time out. So
less than 5%.
So to the women,
so 71% of our women are unmarried right now, right? And from 1890 to 1960, black families had the highest marriage rate, and it's declining. Every 10 years it's declining. It's getting worse and worse. We're having less babies, we're having less relationships, and we're having less families. It's going to just decline even more.
So if the families, like, let's just say this. So let's say the women who are already raised, right, to the point where they're not really trying to hear what we're saying. Yeah. What do you suggest the men of that generation do? You can't possibly promote marriage or family if you think the percentage is 5%, because that would be virtually setting them up to fail.
Yeah, we figured it out though.
So have you become black pill at that point?
It ain't becoming black pill. It's just being realistic. It's still red pill. I haven't given up hope. I still want people to get married. I still want men and women together, and we still try to tell the truth. But women look at it as shaming. Women look at it as disrespectful, even though women are still having the rhetoric of, we don't need you. I'm a boss babe. I'm a queen. I'm a goddess. I'm living my best life. The thing about living their best life is doing so 304 stuff. They giving up their families. They're giving up their children. They're giving up legacies. So I would still tell a young boy, you got to deal with the market realistically. It's not you having D discipline and she don't have P discipline. It's whoever giving you cooperation for a certain amount of time. I'm not even saying that the man should put a ring on their finger, but that's the woman who can at least get some type of commitment with you in the market we having now, because women aren't staying married. Nope.
We should think about that, man. What what percentage of women what percentage of women do you think is marriage material out here, right? Nah,
you about to
right
start.
now. What you get for me, Mr. David?
The percentage of women that I think are marriage material, probably about 30%. Probably about 30%.
30?
Yeah.
That's it?
Dog, let me tell you something. If you can sit there, if we can sit there and say the standards and shit have changed, then at the end of the day, you gotta, at some point, like everything else, you gotta meet them where they are. And at the end of the day, I do agree. I do agree with the first thing. Sometimes you wish you could have built whatever you had with the first person you fell in love with. Yeah, but shit, you can't go back and unscramble the eggs. At the end of the day, we want to have the best life that we can have at the end of it. Ain't what you do in the beginning. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And if you can get through life and still find happiness at the end of that motherfucker, then you win it. I'm talking about, I don't believe in, just like a motherfucker say, the women that try to be men or the women that want to be men or the boss bra or the boss women and A, B, and C. But you do have some women out there that still want to be women. They want to be the girly girl. You know what I'm saying? They don't like taking out garbage. They don't like pumping gas for themselves. They don't like opening doors. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. They ain't handicapped, but they do appreciate the little shit that you do for them. But then when you have the ones that sit there, I can do it myself. I got this. I got that. Then that's when you pretty much like, go ahead and walk on out there with no coat on.
I mean, based on what we have out here right now, and based on how society is, the culture, we got all this AI, like you just said earlier before we went live. Man, what is real now?
Right.
So,
but it, like I say, and then now it goes on instinct, it goes on understanding, and most definitely goes on conversation. Dog, if you don't have, if at this day and age, if you don't have a clear-cut conversation, direct, straightforward, fuck beating around the bush, because every time you beat around the bush, you get caught in the bushes. So at the end of the day, you might as well have a straightforward conversation. This is what I want, this is what I want to do. Can you accommodate that? And if they can, they can. If they don't, they don't. But the crazy part about relationships to me, man, just like I keep telling you, it's scary to be in a relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's scary as fuck because
why is that?
If you don't got the right motherfucker, now you in court.
I mean, is it a such thing as the right person?
Shit, nah, not at first. Not at first. I'm talking. Look at Tyreek Hill. The motherfucker had a wedding.
I ain't see that. I think I just see the clip.
Yeah, but he had a wedding last year. Now they filing for divorce.
Wow.
This woman get a whole lot of bread just for putting up with a motherfucker probably about a good 16 months.
16 months, huh? That's all it takes.
So when you get in the game, you know, you it's so fucked up that you have to play a stupid ass game to figure out who you got. And then because we got so much access to social media and all this other shit, we watch how other people move, and then you start judging another situation off somebody else. You know what I'm saying? When we have all that access to all of this extra shit and watching somebody else's life, then you had to go on how you lived your everyday life.
Right.
But now people go on judging their life off somebody else, and that's what's fucking us up.
Well, what? I mean, you're a woman. What percentage of women you think is actually marriage material out here right now? What percentage of women you think is marriage material? Not just put a ring on there and you got a wife. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about actually marriage material. What percentage? The way society is with the AI, the culture, everything. You got to put all that in a box.
I'm gonna plead the fifth because I'm single.
0 to 100. Give me a 0 to 100.
I'm gonna plead the fifth because I'm single.
No, but you can still give me a perspective.
From what I've come across and from what I've seen, I would say that it's 50-50.
It's 50%.
It might be 60-40 with the whores winning in the running,
but let's ask this question: all the people you know that come through your profession, all the people you deal with on a weekly basis, how many women do you know that you talk to that actually talk like they can maintain a marriage or a relationship? You know what I'm saying? You know, when some women.
Those are the only types of women that I kind of deal with, that I surround myself with. Most of my clients are either married happily, in relationships happily, or they single happily, but they know what they were.
Know what they were. So you say it's 50-50 is what you're saying. You don't think it's like 5%?
Yeah, I said it might be 60-40.
You don't think it's 5% of women that's marriage material out here right now? Because everything is subjective now. You gotta buy me this. You gotta get me.
You saying 5%? Well, let's dig a little deeper. what does it even mean? Like, are we basing this on old school values, or are we basing it on today?
Right now, what
because
we got
today, all
right
you got to
now.
do is have a bag and a uterus, you know, and be ready to put on the show for the masses.
I'm saying what we
But
got
if
here
we
right
base
now.
it on back in the day qualities and values,
yeah,
but the percentage does go down.
Yeah, but you can't really say that that's true, because you got athletes getting married for a year that's got the bag, got the money, and they still getting divorced. So
that's what I'm saying.
So no, we asking, if you're talking about marriage material, we talking about which ones can stick it out through the bullshit, whether you got the bag or you don't got the bag. We asking which women are in the motherfucker for what they believe marriage stands for, and not what they believe they can gain out of being married.
Yeah, that's what I say. Right now, it seems like to me everything is subjective. What you can do for me, what you gotta get. What if you don't give me this?
Yeah, that's why I was comparing how the old values of marriage versus what's going on now. What I've witnessed growing up and currently in my aunties and my uncles and stuff like that, or what's going on right now.
Yeah, but when you say,
because the type of material you had to be back in the day, you don't got to be that right now.
No, see, that's the problem.
That's why all these niggas at the bank.
Go ahead. What you about to say, Mr. David?
That's the problem. They want to say that they're the old values against the new value. No, it ain't no such thing as new value. It's just the shit that they're doing. It's still the old values is what it is. The motherfuckers just don't want to follow it, so they make up their own shit, which does not make those new values. You see what I'm saying? Traditional values is tradition. It's something that people have followed for generation after generation after generation. When you look at what they doing now, this motherfucking want all every man for itself.
That's how you gonna be every man for yourself and you want to be married? Or
there's really not many traditional women.
Oh, and that's your point. So when you get to your 5%, you asking the question why you got so many motherfuckers.
Okay, well let me ask y'all, what's the percentage of men that y'all feel like is marriage material?
I was actually gonna make that the next question, but that's what I'm
gonna say. Say it now. Let's talk about it right now.
You're right. I was gonna say, you know, I was
gonna. Well, you got it now. Now this is where the shit get fun, because you got a lot of factors. Because you got men, and some of them motherfuckers don't want to be men, but they still classified as men. Then you got another 15% of them motherfuckers.
What would that be based on? Hold on. What would that be based on? They classified as men
because they gender, nigga, what you was born as.
Oh, you
all right. Let me make it easy for the people in the cheap seats. Yeah, you got the people that want to be that want to sleep with men, that want to sleep with men. You looking at about, at this rate now, you're looking at about 25%. Then you're looking at about 20%. Let's see, if you want to get higher, I ain't doing numbers, I'm just throwing them out there. 20% of them locked up in jail. You understand what I'm saying? So now automatically you're at 45%. So then you look at the average motherfucker, you say another 30% of these motherfuckers can't grow up past 25. So now you're looking at what, 60%? So then you're looking at, now you got another 60%. Okay. He got kids. He got this situation. He got that situation. So that puts him in the mid-range. So when you look at how many motherfuckers that are, because it's a better question at the end of all of this shit. You look at how many people that are married, how many men are marriage material, you can sit there and say 25%. But the fucked up part about the 25%, you got to ask your question, out of that 25%, how many of them motherfuckers want to be married?
Based on how things are now?
Yes, because this is me, and I ask a lot of women this, and Mo, this is just probably directed towards you. Give me 5 reasons why a man today that has his finances straight, that has his own job, his own car, his own house, his own life, friends, women, people, he got all of this. Why should he be married? Why should he want to be married?
Who want to get old by themselves?
He ain't by himself. He got friends.
Okay, Mr. Davis.
No, I'm asking a question.
I just answered it. Don't ever get old by their damn self.
You say 5? Yeah, she hit on one.
You fall in your house old as hell. You gonna want somebody
kids. Wait, you got kids, you got grandkids. If you
financially, your grandkids not gonna be in your house when you're 70, 80 years old.
Shit, this motherfuckers in there, right? Want to argue? It's people that live with motherfuckers by circumstance, Mo.
Next topic,
no, yeah, they ain't gonna do it. Look, But see what she's trying to tell you is you need somebody that's gonna be there. Kids ain't gonna be there. They gonna be busy with their own lives.
Man, if you
They own
psychic,
life, trying not to get put in the nursing home.
if you a psychic and you can predict the future, like who gonna be there, then give me 6 lottery numbers so we can get all this shit out the way. You can't predict
Mr.
that
Davis,
shit.
when men feel like that, that's why we speculate that they're about to man and on.
They're who?
Gay.
Because a man realized that it's better to be by himself than be with somebody that don't have his best interest at heart, that can't bring him anything.
There's somebody for everybody. If the man is too lazy to find that somebody, then he maybe
I asked
like
you
his
if I said
homeboy.
name me 5 things, you name one and just said fuck.
Because Mr. Davis, you want to argue.
But wait a minute though, Mr. Davis.
You talking about 5 things. Come on, come on.
I was just talking to one. Sorry, I was just talking to one of my customers the other day. That's a lady that worked in a nursing home, and I think Mo, you was over here, and we was talking about that. You know, STNA, and they was like, man, you do not want to. They see this every day. Men in these nursing homes by themselves that thought they didn't need nobody, and they end up in there. They got to take care of them. Now they were just telling me, "Now don't kill the messenger." I'm just giving you what she.
I'm not, but listen, stop. See, this is where we talk about understanding the situation. This is one. They lived a good enough life to make it to a nursing home. Dog, it's only so much somebody.
You can go to the nursing home on Medicaid, Negro.
One more time. It's only so much somebody can do for you. Do you think I want my woman sitting by my bedside to wipe my motherfucking mouth? Everybody, you die by yourself, bro.
Yeah, you do that by yourself.
So one more time, here we go.
I ain't saying
you don't gotta live by yourself, Mr. Davis.
If I'm in a nursing home,
why did you get married? Give me 5 reasons.
You want me to become a burden?
Yes.
You want me to become a burden on people?
How you gonna be a burden? You in the nursing home? That's their job.
Give me 5 reasons.
But she said at home,
why you
brother,
got
pay
married?
attention. Huh?
Don't ignore me.
I'm listening.
I said, give me 5 reasons why you got married. Cause you balling, you looking good, you still got it.
I got married young. I got married young, and I said it before, all the wrong reasons. I wanted to have cookouts. I wanted to have people over. I wanted to have big parties. And then I realized after having a couple of them, I didn't like people all in my shit. I don't really like, I don't know how to cook. So all of the shit that I wanted is because everybody at the age that I was at transitioned into that stage. So when I went in it and realized that this wasn't for me, got the fuck out.
Mr. Davis, cookouts is crazy.
What you mean?
Yeah, that was tough.
I said, give me 5 reasons why you got married. You said you want to have big cookouts.
That's right. No, here go the stage.
I'm just letting you know that's crazy. That's okay for you to feel like that at that time.
That's the mentality. Slow down. First, you gotta get the house out.
Slow down.
You gotta get the house out the hood. I ain't talking about a cook. Look, I ain't talking about a cookout on 55th. You gotta move up, elevate your shit.
I don't be on 55th. Don't play me.
So what I'm saying is,
for the people out there, that's 55th in Cleveland. Not go ahead.
At the end of the day, you upgrade your life. You move out to the suburbs. You get your big house. You got your big yard. You get your patio. And saying now,
we live. Say that.
Okay, that's when people had the big cookouts. They ain't gonna have that motherfucking no little ass backyard.
You know, somebody be done found this clip, it go viral. They be like, this man said he got married for cookouts.
You're not listening. I ain't taking that shit back. You're not. Are you?
That ain't me. I'm telling you, the internet a wild boy.
I wouldn't give a fuck. See, that's the problem. Y'all care.
And look, you'll be arguing in the comments. You be arguing in the comments.
Watch this. I promise I won't. Because people that get married gonna have a whole lot of other reasons why they shouldn't. And the damn show ain't gonna be no cookout.
A cookout is off the chain. I'm still trying to register that.
One more time, dog. It's pretty much a social gathering to bring all the A, B, and C's together. Right. And then y'all can communicate. But then at the end of the day, let's keep it all the way 100. You still want to show off your lightweight success too. You know what I'm saying? By having this shit. So at the end of the day, one more time, like I said, I realized after a while that having all that shit and doing all that shit you still will be you. You know what I'm saying? And the more you show people, the more people find reasons to take advantage of you.
So let me ask this. What the question is, what percentage of women are marriage material, and like Mo said, that could go both ways. Ask the man too. So y'all who listening out there on Clips Podcast, if we got this small percentage, which is a single digit, are people more likely? Are they more happier now or less happier now? Because if we talking about this thing, most of the time this thing is about making each other happy and things. But if more people single, that means less people are happy.
But that's the misconception of marriage.
What's that?
Who the fuck happy? I tried my best.
You gonna be getting a lot of chance to do it.
Man, you not listen. I tried my best 100 times to explain this shit to you, and you want to keep.
Before you go any further. So, what's the purpose of getting married? Then, if people ain't happy,
it's a big purpose, nigga, to raise these kids. So you don't have motherfuckers going out here being crazy as fuck because you done created a baby with this person.
What if y'all don't have no kids and y'all married? What if you?
If you ain't no kids and you married, then you probably won't get out that motherfucker before you realize you made a big mistake. But no,
where happiness gonna come from?
If you don't have no kids before you married,
you can't say that, Mr. Davis. You acting a fool. Everybody don't want children.
First of all, didn't nobody even let a nigga? Y'all don't even want me to explain to jump in there and say what I can't say. Have you ever been married?
No, I want you to just.
I asked you a question. You jumped in my conversation.
Bring it ass here, boy.
Have you ever been married?
No.
So that means. Shh.
No, but you asked me marriage questions. Okay, let me smoke.
And then you can come on back and tell me come on, stay on the game. It is what it is. But listen, dog, at the end of the day, when you talk about being married, it's a commitment. It's really a contract. It's like going to work every day. You signed up to do A, B, and C. And if you every now and then you get a 4th of July, you get a holiday off, you get a chance to create a memory or so down the line. Mm-hmm. But if you in that motherfucker and you think that you're going to be happy in a marriage more than 50%, over 60% of the time, and y'all raising kids and y'all going to work together, you crazy as hell.
So let me ask you, okay, hey Mo, let me ask you this. Do you believe, you say you got a lot of friends that's married, and your girlfriend. Do you believe a lot of your girlfriends are happy in their marriage?
They're still there, so I'm going to say yeah.
Motherfuckers still work a job and don't be happy on that. Don't do that. That ain't.
I don't know who work a job and they ain't happy, baby.
Girl, that's half of America. Shit, anybody that got to work probably ain't all that happy. There's some people that got some good jobs.
Sorry to them. Sorry to them. Sorry.
Man, you crazy. That's her only explanation.
I know I didn't like somebody tell me what to do, what time to be there, and how long to do this repetitive goofy shit. Mm-hmm. So I made a way out. And if I can make it out of nothing, then everybody can.
So when you married and your husband sit there and say, I want food on the table, I need the clothes folded and put together, I need A, B, and C. When I want it done, A, B, and C.
I do that anyway.
But you're doing that shit for you. See, it's easy to do some shit for you because you know.
I like to live a clean.
So one more time, you doing it for you. But if you start doing it for somebody that you think, for one, don't appreciate it. For two, taking advantage of you.
Oh, you ain't say that. Mr.
I'm telling you, no, you said a human being. One more time. See, that's the thing that's funny. He's not going to come and be this perfect dude. Just because you do everything you think is perfect, don't mean that everything he do go be perfect to you.
Oh, I ain't perfect. I be cussing and drinking.
And guess what? he gonna be cheating and smoking. So what the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
Well, hey.
Why you say that, man? That's not true.
I'm just answering the question.
But I'm saying so
because I cuss and be drinking, that man gonna cheat on me?
I'm talking about, wait a minute. First of all, I don't know what his vices
Mr.
is.
Davis, you just like to incite a riot.
No,
you started talking about.
You gave your two. No, you gave your two vices.
You like to say it.
You gave your two vices. I gave a man's two vices.
So wait a minute. Let me ask you this. So there's really no purpose to even get married.
If anybody cheating, they out of here. You could do a little drinking and smoking. That's fine. But if you getting
and see, that's the biggest problem.
You out of here.
That's the biggest problem. You believe you dictate the situation.
I don't dictate nothing, because if I want to,
if you sit there and say, okay, you can do a little. If you tell me I can do a little drinking and smoking, but if I do anything else, somebody who dictate whose rules we playing by?
You ain't out of here. I'm out of here. Matter. Let me rephrase that. I'm out. You do all that, nigga. I'm gone. I'm a leaver. I don't get left.
Hold on, Mo. Hold on. Mo, hold on. You leaving from the marriage, or you talking about somebody just going together? Because you can't just leave like that, Mo. Once you married, you're gonna get.
If you drinking and cheating,
but I'm saying you
repeatedly. If you drinking and cheating repeatedly,
so that means
I could probably work with something.
So that means I live one time.
But listen to me. If you think that's gonna be your stilo,
right?
If you think that's gonna be your stilo, and I'm gonna meet another family at your funeral, you got me effed up.
Oh no, we got our rules set. Ain't no more kids. Don't worry about that.
Ain't no more kids.
Nah.
Well, depending on how much money you got, I bake buy nigga pies. Bye, go.
I told you, it instantly snaps back people.
Because after a certain amount of time, women get tired to be doing the same old two steps anyway.
Everything's conditional.
So if all of that is to be said, why to do it anyway? Why do it anyway?
Well, you're supposed to do it for
because your goal is to not make somebody happy. You're making somebody happier. And if that makes your man happy, that makes your husband happier, we are okay.
Yeah, but what if he don't return that happiness? What if he can't get? What if he can't? What if he trying his best? What if he trying his best and he can't make you happy?
Bye, nigga. I bake buy nigga pies. Do you know what those are?
Buy nigga pies. Oh wow. Well, look here. The whole purpose.
I be talking all that money shit, but I'm a hustler. I'm a hustle bunny, baby. I just be talking. I will goodbye.
The traditional purpose of it is not what somebody's thinking and what it should be. The traditional purpose of marriage is.
There you go with that word.
Huh?
There you go with that word.
Which one?
Traditional.
Well, keep going, Jim. Don't listen.
Traditional is a relative term, man.
What he's saying. Hold on. Go ahead.
Can he say it?
Traditional is a relative term. My tradition may not be the same as yours. The Indian tradition ain't the same as ours. The Japanese traditional is a hell of a word to use.
Well, I'm glad I wanted to let you finish, so I'm glad you said that. So what I'm saying as far as what marriage is based on, no matter if you're Japanese, Chinese, cross-sided, whatever you want to say it may be, the golly tradition of it is what it is in the moral sense. You can't change that. That's the fact of it. So whether you believe that it should be this way, nobody goes off the recognizance of your thoughts of how things are supposed to be. That's a flat earth thing. That's just the way it is. That's how marriage is supposed to be. You're absolutely right on. It's not about making nobody happy. That's what, if you sign up for that, that's your fault for letting somebody trick you into.
But if that's the case, you should explain to the people exactly what traditional means.
Right. So the tradition of marriage is what God intended, starting in the book of Genesis. So when marriage the first marriage was Adam and Eve. For you who, I know you some scholars out there, for those who know that the first marriage was when God brought Eve to Adam. He performed the first marriage. Under those traditions that God has set up morally, that's what it's supposed to be. Now, we living in a dispensation now where everybody want to make up their own understanding of it, just like AI, and all this other stuff. That doesn't change what the fact is as far as morally. So that's why I say most people get in big arguments about it because they don't even know what it truly is based on the true moral facts of it. So that's why there's so many different answers to it. And what
but okay, now you say
let me finish. And then this is why everybody end up being in the positions they in. And then we got a blame game going on, like whose fault it was after you get a divorce. Like you just went over Tariq Hill. You said after a year, they already talking about boom, 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 boom. How you doing this after a year? I mean, so evidently they stuff was based on uh what you can do for me on conditions. Like I told you, most of the stuff is conditional out here now. The young ladies' minds and the young men's minds are built on conditions. Like if you can't do this, then I'm not getting with you because you don't make. That's not going. I'm not going to be happy. Even if I gave you all the millions of dollars that I have, you still ain't going to be happy. So that's why I say this stuff is a lot of it's foolish, and it's because their parents are not teaching them the moral values of what it should be really based on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the funny part about what you just said, you said all of that, but you still haven't said one moral value of what it's based on. This is what I'm saying.
I said
no, this is what I mean. When I just same question I asked Mo. Name 5 things that people are supposed to be doing in line with the godly way, opposed to them creating their own thought process of what this mean and what this look like. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Right. You sit there and say, okay, if you go by godly standards, but you don't never tell nobody what godly standards are. So now they sitting there and say, well, God said, obey. And then you got other people that said this and other people that said that, but you never list. Okay, God said obey. God said to through sickness and through health. You understand what I'm saying? But one more time, it's got to be a couple more other things in that motherfucker that people want to know that God said, opposed to just.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but you never see. This is my point. You never told us what it is we're supposed to be doing.
No, I was gonna say in that narrative in the book of Genesis, in Genesis 2. God explains everything what each partner in the marriage is supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but
that's why I was saying. That's why I was saying most.
Yeah, but first of all, you going into
hold on. Most people haven't took the time to even read it, to even understand it. You know what they do? Let me tell you what they do when they want to get married. They planning for the big haul, the big pot of spaghetti, the chicken, and what they dress gonna look like, and all this big ring. They ain't never even looked at what their job factors are.
Yeah, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. You just told them. You just told a lot of people where to find it.
That's right.
So if you understand that you just told a lot of people where to find it, then that means that
go look for it.
That explains to you that they're not reading it. So if they're not reading it, they don't know what to follow. That means they're like me. They're like me. They go in it with believing what they heard.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? But then we realize now that 80% of what we heard is false.
There you go. You're right. Absolutely.
So the question is right now is, do you think, because this is the problem with people, everybody want to ask, is marriage beneficial? Mm-hmm. Is it worth being married? And one more time, you have to base that upon the need. At this point right now, if you was 25 years old, would marriage be necessary?
At 25?
Yeah.
Most people should really, I mean, we got to remember, we the only people, as far as blacks, are getting married at such a high age rate than all the other races. We the only ones running around at 35 and 45 and 55 talking about getting a wife, when most nations of people are doing it at 22 to 25, finding their husband, finding their wives, having their kids, having, like you said, successful families, getting their careers, making money, and traveling to Rome, Europe. We the only ones sitting around waiting and be talking about where he at or where she is.
And what's the percentage of them that kill each other just to get out?
That's a new generation. We ain't even having that conversation. All we talking about at this point, real talk, is what he said. You missing it. That's not traditional. Traditional marriages back in the day, they was getting married at motherfucking 15, 12, and 10. They was getting married at a young age. So when they start getting married at 55 and 70 years old for the first time in their life, that tells you, because we listen to all the dumbass, like I said, instead of reading.
Yeah, you're right.
Then you listen to people say shit like this. Well, you ought to travel the world. You ought to make sure your career is straight. But they don't realize the more they doing that shit, the older they get. You understand what I'm saying? And then they believe that the same 20-year-old them is that same 40 plus them. And that's where they wrong at. because the person that told them to do all of that stuff that they did, like level up, is the person not telling them that all of that shit that they did is not the way to get a husband.
That's right. Yeah,
it's a way to survive in this world being single.
Yeah, they telling them all the opposite.
And it is. Talk about it. Talk about it, Mr. Davis. Talk about it.
Yeah, that's keeping them single. You're right. They telling them
most definitely, because all of those things that people, all of those things that they tell you to go do, are all of the things that you don't need to have a husband.
That's right. Absolutely. All those extras.
Well, for example, like what?
They listen. They like watch this. 2 master's degrees, making $250,000. Being the glamour girl on the thing, not understanding how to nurture, how to take care of somebody, how to support somebody, but more importantly, how to conversate with somebody. See, they figure all of those things that they have compensate for all of those things that they don't have. But if you got a man that's established, he don't really care about your money.
No.
You don't really care about your degrees. If I got my degrees, we both got degrees. Don't get me wrong. All of those things are a plus. But those things don't keep a marriage together. That means we can build shit and buy shit, but it don't mean I got to care about you. Because most importantly, when you have all the things that I have, that means you 9 times out of 10 don't really care about me. You just putting our shit together to see how much we can have. But when women and men get together, that we usually turn into their ass. Because a man that's established, that already know what he has and has all of those things, realize that those things are not important.
That's right.
Women can't have enough.
Yeah, because by nature, men, we want to take care of our woman. So that's why their money or their degrees means nothing. You got more.
And when they come in talking like they want to take care of you, you looking at that shit like, you looking in the mirror.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, you got a woman, I tell a woman, you can have more degrees than a thermometer. That means nothing to a man that wants to take care of you. His job, just by nature, wants to take care of you.
Now, Mo, here go the cool part. It ain't no one size fits all. All men aren't the same. Some men are not. You got to understand, if I got a dude that I know makes $40,000, this the logic, make $40,000, he can't give me everything I want. So at the end of the day, if I want to be with him, let's find the positive things in him that he can give me.
Yeah.
And not sit
there. Hold on, Mr. Davis. You talk about some logical folks now. You ain't talking about.
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean. No, see, this is what I mean. People, y'all want to keep them ignorant. We don't
want to keep big. I'm saying what you saying is real. You on point.
No, I get that, but watch it. But you talking about logical people. It ain't one more time. Like I told you before, common sense ain't always that common, bro.
That's right.
So when you sit there and you explain to people what they're doing wrong, and then they can sit back and take some self-reflection time and sit there and say, "Oh, this is what I did wrong." Like people sit there and they always tell, "Well, you think you know everything?" No, I did a lot of fucking up. And I realized one thing in this world: you don't learn from being good at shit. You learning from fucking up and not fucking up again. It's a learning experience in everything you do, whether it's good or bad. You can do.
You actually asking somebody to be responsible for what they do. Are you really doing that?
You see what happened when they ain't?
You actually making people have to think.
Yeah, but you asking questions, but you don't want to help. If you see what happens when they're not being responsible. That's just like somebody being big. That's like somebody being fat all their life. You done did that. You know how this shit feel. You know this uncomfortable. You know this depressing. So now at what stage in your life do you sit there and say, I dare to do something different?
Yeah, do something about it. Yeah.
Well, just do something different. Motherfucker, if you eating 5 donuts, eat 3.
Say break it down a little bit.
I feel seen.
Hey, well, we're gonna move on to the next subject. Take us out of here. Mo, did you see I don't know if you've seen where a young lady said she let's just take a look at the clip just a little bit.
So Christina Mackey is a chick that I guess you can say she an IG model. She bad as hell. She was also a chick that dated Rick Ross. She recently went on Cam Newton's show, and she had some things to say that I want to share with you guys, and I want to get y'all thoughts about this and what she had to say. Let me see if I can get it up real quick. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
I love that. I love that. That's really important. I just want to throw this in there because the best relationship I had, I hope you see this interview, but the best relationship I had, the guy who he flew me out and we were dating for a few months and he said, I want you here, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go out. If you want the keys, here. If you need a card, here. It's here. But I just want you in the home. I just want to know that you're close, that you're here. I want to know where you are. He's like, if that's something you could do for a couple of days, come spend some time with me. But he's like, I don't really want to talk. I don't really want to.
You ready for this one?
Yeah. I really love
every
that.
man to a degree
Yeah.
has this in them, but they don't know how to say it.
He
and I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
what he meant by that.
Yeah.
Every man wants to be by themselves, but they don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
But there you go, right there. So what y'all think about that? Every man really wants to be alone. I mean, he don't want to be alone, but he wants to be alone. Now, she was saying that her best relationship, the man say, is when the woman don't even talk. Is that true? You start with Mo.
First of all, we all know that Rick Ross is the boss is who she's talking about. So I hope you see this interview. So
you think that's who she talking about, Mo?
I know that's who she talking about.
But I'm saying, do you believe that men just really want to just be alone, but they don't want to be alone? They want companionship. Because she said,
well,
I just don't want you to talk, but I want you to be there. I don't want to do nothing.
Okay, well, that's interesting. That'll take away from the percentage of men who are just like, oh, he gay. Because that'd be the first thing you'd be like, oh, he weird, because they lack communication. Like how that dude just flat out told her what it is and don't even worry about what it ain't.
Right.
The lack of communication is where people start to speculate, like, well, is it this? Is it that? Because not many men have ever just communicated like, well, this is how I want things to go. If that's something you can handle, we can rock. They don't do that. They just play this game, play that game, and play all around in the corner.
Right.
But I don't.
So if a man came to you and said, look here, I give you the car, I give you how much bread you need and all this and that, I just don't want you to say nothing when you're around me. I just want you here. Could you do that?
Hell yeah, because guess what? I'm finna bubble like dishwasher liquid in your washer. And by the time he want to talk to me, I ain't gonna want to talk to him.
Now when Mr. Davis ride with that big bobby pin, he gonna pop that bubble. What you think about that, Ms. Davis? Is that what men really want?
It's flat out not. Well, first of all, that is absolutely what men really want. The sad part about the whole clip is fucking nonsense. First of all, you got to understand when you define relationships don't start off, I'm giving you all of these fucking things. You understand what I'm saying? If you got to give all of them things, nigga, that ain't no relationship. That's a deal.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? If she comes over and just be in your presence, let me show you something.
That might be the best relationship to him.
Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. He wants you around for a reason. So at some point, he gonna require something out of you. Yeah. So at some point, he gonna ask something. Now, do men want women always asking 50,000 questions? Not at all. But watch this. But how many motherfuckers can pay a woman to require that type of service if that woman does not already want to give that as a woman? You understand?
If he got the bread, you got to be quiet. You can't sit there.
And that's anybody. So that does not. How many motherfuckers got bread that can demand that type of shit?
How many? I'm just saying. If she
because that's the reason.
I'm just saying. Hold on. I'm saying, but if she get that guy, if she the lucky contestant, door number 3, she get that guy, and he ask her to do those particular things, and he has the money. And you agree to it, you got to go and be quiet until you get done.
One more time, and that's what makes the shit that you do twisted, because one more time, I keep saying, how many people can do what he do? So, but you have so many people looking at this shit, believing that they should have that shit, but they ain't looking at the fact that he got bread, he got keys to give, and he got her a credit card to do whatever the fuck she wants. So for as many hours out of the day, as many friends as she want to, she can go and kick it with whoever she want to kick it to, and all she got to do.
A dude that Mr. Chicken ain't thinking he can do this, Mo.
You're alive.
Baby. He
You're
ain't think he
alive.
gonna tell the woman be quiet and he gonna keys it up. Mo, is you taking the
No. If you got a broad, if you find a woman that ain't in Mo's position, you know what I mean? Women that'll sit, man, you get women that'll do shit they pay for a pair of Jordans, goddammit. You talking about a motherfucker.
Those clubs. You talking about clubs, man.
You said women, bro. First of all, the women outweigh the men 7-1.
But you know
he talking about berries.
No, I'm just talking about motherfuckers that's struggling.
Oh, you didn't do it to
man. Come on, man. You ain't nobody. Name how many people you know that's gonna go fly somebody out, drop a card, give her some
money. That take money.
How many you know?
I'm just saying. Hold on. I'm saying. Okay, wait a minute. You asked me a question. Can I answer? Okay. You just gave me 3 things that's gonna require money, and the caliber of stuff that you're talking about is gonna require somebody who has that type of money. I said the Mr. Chicken gang gonna be able to do this, so he gonna be able to buck those orders.
No. See, that's why you get it fucked up. Because all those caliber women don't think like that. They don't look at it and say, I can get all of those things. They go in there and say, one more time, I can get high tonight. I can get me a sack. It's all about what they do. Hold on.
Berries.
Watch this. I can get $200 for my kids' school clothes. I can get A, B, and C. You understand? I'm talking about it don't take $30,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 or entertain somebody's what, because he didn't put a limit on her shit. But you got some women you can sit there.
So you saying there's levels to this?
That's right. So you got So you got some women, a lot of women you can sit there and say fall through for this 500. And don't say shit to me, just be around the house for 8 hours. And when I need something, take care of that. It's women that'll do that for 500, brother.
I ain't saying it's not. But I'm just saying when you go, like she just said, that level of caliber, because that
how
woman,
many people you know get to that level?
Hold on.
How many women you know find niggas like that?
Let me finish. Then you can answer. Hold on. Let me finish.
That's these hypotheticals.
Hold on. Let me finish. Then you can answer. I'm saying this woman that was with Rick Ross. She ate. Hold on. I'm just saying based on who she was and the kind of money Rick Ross had, she wasn't just no down on 55th type chick and you taking her to no mansions and having her and she being quiet and all that. She had to be a certain caliber type chick and what he was looking for as far as what he wanted on his hip and his shoulder. You ain't just grabbing any chick that'll take time. That's just grabbing anything.
You missed. See,
hold on. Let me finish and then you can answer. But I'm just saying. So the type of level of woman you want that's got to be by your side when that camera rolling or when you're in front of public, she got to be somebody of stature, not just anybody that take $500 and you got her a number 4 Mr. Chicken dinner. No, go ahead.
Now, one more time. See, this is where you get it fucked. Y'all listen to the shit you want to hear. First of all, they said she dated him. She never said it was him, but okay, we can assume that it was him. Second of all, you ain't. No. Let's keep it real. Second of all, you ain't never hung out with him. First of all, niggas with money look at it like this. I ain't got to give her shit. He the prize. She ain't gonna never be the prize.
That's what I said.
His name is the prize, so it don't matter. He could take a bitch for $500 and dress her up to look like this broad. So stop getting the illusion that he's going to just spoil this bitch. No, because she looks like a dime to you, then that means he's going to just spoil her because wait, she
I didn't say he was just gonna spoil.
Okay, so without Rick Ross, you wouldn't. Without Rick Ross, without her dating him, you wouldn't even know her.
Right.
That bitch could live next door to you. Yeah. So at the end of the day, don't say what she's used to or accustomed to having.
No, I didn't say all that.
No, let's say what you believe he's used to and accustomed to having around him. But I saw his baby mama that come on these little sites, and she jacked the fuck.
Oh, light up on Tia, light up on Tia.
All I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you can't sit there and say what the fuck he. No, I don't give a fuck about the ghetto attitude. What I'm saying is, looking at her appearance, that ain't accustomed to shit. A nigga with 500 could probably do better than that, brother.
I mean, that.
Hold on, my girl a cold piece.
On what?
What you mean on what?
I done seen her. What she look good? What would you give her? You would give her a 7 or 8?
Ooh.
Mr. Davis.
She got a baby by mogul. She was getting a mogul.
Stop talking shit, and when you see her, she actually got that shit on. Tia is a baddie.
A baddie, and we talking about somebody that's why we talking about a wife. We ain't talking about a baddie. We ain't talking about a 50, 40.
Wife.
We ain't talking about a 45, 50-year-old broad that act like she's 23. That's the fucking problem.
And you know what she said? She said, I took the time off and I raised my kid. I ain't do that shit when I was raising my son in my 20s. I'm doing my shit.
So now you act like a kid.
And
so now you go back and act like a kid. And then you wonder why a grown ass man don't want to be around you. Because one more time, you can't trust a kid.
That trumps her having a man. Let her live her life.
That's why, and the life she living is the life she's supposed to live. Looking a mess to the average male. The only person she look like that shit look glamorous to is a single broad.
So you don't think nobody snatch her up and make her wife?
They'll snag her and make her wife because of what she's worth off somebody else. Because if that was the case, she would already been snagged up. They wasn't married.
Right. She going to that 5% we were talking about earlier. Huh?
Who going to that 5%?
I said she going to that 5%. Huh?
for a nigga that's established, she ain't even in the running. What she gonna end up with is a nigga that's trying to get there.
Oh wow.
And she ain't gonna have the patience to wait on him.
Mr. Davis, I hate to hear how you talk about me when I ain't logged in.
No, you're not listening because you're not in that category. If you sit there and you was dating Rick Ross, you smart enough to know how to be with a man. You're not gonna date.
She was dealing with Rick before when Rick Ross was still a CO.
So now he a grown ass mogul. So now you're a grown ass. So now he's a grown ass mogul, and you act like you 15. You on there calling him fat, nasty, slap. That's what you chose. So making him look bad only reflection of your ass. And that's the thing that y'all don't see. Real quick. They talk about that Sha'Carri Richardson shit and all of that double standard shit. And everybody keep talking about, if it was a man or a woman. But at the end of the day, it's a part on her when she said, he got A, B, and C. He should be going to jail. But the whole time he was sitting on there, now I don't want nothing to happen to her. At the end of the day, when women get bitter, they go to hurt. When you look at that woman, she's not looking at how she even became a name by being married to a nigga that's famous enough to give you a name. But you're getting everything you get from criticizing this man that basically made you. How fair is that?
Well, some people piggyback off the claim of fame.
Some people.
Yeah, I mean, because, I'm saying the people who not famous, they go, whether, bad press is good press to them because it makes them, be catapulted into the public.
Until they reach a level of status that somebody paying attention.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, it go both ways. I mean, who knew who Mary J. Blige's husband was until? And
we still don't know. We still don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Nope.
What was his name?
All we know is he thirsty.
See, you hollering his name out. What'd you say?
All we know is he thirsty.
Now, one more time. Women do it all the time. You get a man that do it.
They be thirsty.
So one more time. It's the shock effect. It's the follow thing.
I'm done with you. I don't want nothing from you. Get on gone. I don't want you to ever say you did this, you gave me that I got this because of you. I just don't want none of that.
Yeah, but you don't want to keep looking at videos and see he's sipping on champagne around on that yacht.
Hey, you don't want to keep seeing that part of it.
Hey, no, you don't want to keep seeing him having car shows in his backyard and your ass sitting in that 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, then you have a whole other conversation about this.
They got a bunch to say then, huh?
Man, but it's just crazy how some of these women, they get $50,000 in child support, $100,000 in child support.
You ain't never lived like that in your life, and you don't need that much to live.
And they telling these people that you got to still maintain this lifestyle because Dog, that is a lot.
You didn't even
Dog,
build it to maintain. So
when you get through, go look at what Tyreek Hill had to give up for 16 months, bro.
Oh, I
and right
now,
now,
it popped up on me today.
And right now, people can look at that shit and say that ain't shit to him now. But nigga, that's 18 years, and they ain't even got no kid together. So that's until she get married.
Yeah, I ain't ready yet, so that's why I ain't gonna make no comment. But it popped up, and I'm gonna check it out.
Watch this, Mo, and you tell me what the fairness is. What's the chances of a man marrying a woman and staying married for a year and a half, 2 years, and walking away with more than $1 million?
Chances of a man?
I don't know. It's unheard of.
You said what's the chances of a man or a woman?
A man.
It's unheard of.
No, it ain't unheard of because Mary J. Blige husband got some money, so we ain't gonna say it's unheard of.
How long they was together?
I don't know.
A couple of years.
It wasn't the time frame you speaking of.
Okay, but give it any time frame. Name a man that walks
away.
You
saying any time frame.
Uh-huh.
Men take women to the bank every day. What's his name? Offset. He want to take Cardi B to the bank because she worth more than him.
But one more time, that's 2 people. That's a small sample size compared to 100 men. You can just rattle off your tongue right now.
So well, they're supposed to be providers and protectors, so technically they're supposed to be.
And what are women supposed to do if everybody know what men supposed to do?
Listen, Mr. Davis, I'm reading the book. What did it say? Hold on.
Oh, you went off.
It's The Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. It was published in 1992. I was 5 years old. Okay.
Okay.
What did it say? And I feel it wholeheartedly.
What's that?
It says Black men have failed at protecting, providing, and accepting accountability for it, and women have failed at taking care of the home front miserably. I agree with both of those.
Yeah.
And one more time. First of all, yesterday's price ain't today's price. So a book that was written then probably has no relevance to what's going on today. But the most important part about Black men,
because it's the book is basically depicting what's going to happen in the early 2000s and beyond. And that's what's going on right now.
And I can get that. But if you got one person telling the story that's coming from a woman's side, and you can see, this is the hard part that I have when women try to tell men what they are supposed to be doing, and they never been men.
No, see, and that's what the book say. They are the ones who fail to be able to accept accountability. They're gonna argue and keep it going. Here you go.
No, you missed it. First of all, you missed it. I have accepted accountability. All my kids in college. I'm talking about I have accepted my accountability. When you talk about accountability,
I'm talking about but why you even speak?
Because women so quick to tell a man what he failed at, but how you know what I failed?
That's just like everything to you.
That's like me telling you how to do hair and I don't know how to do it. That's like me telling you how to do your job and I've never done your job. So when you sit there and tell me what a man's job is and that he failed at it as a woman, that's bullshit to me.
I think she's coming from a perspective.
I didn't say it was their job. I just said it was something that they failed at.
Hold on.
She just said it. She's coming from a book that she read that a woman wrote.
Hold on. Let me finish. I didn't even get to finish.
No, a woman did not write this book.
Hold on. Let me say
a woman didn't write this book.
Yeah, a woman didn't write that book. Hold on, let me say
who wrote it?
A black man wrote this book.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just saying she's trying to. Both of y'all right, but wait a minute. I'm saying that she's coming from a perspective of getting an understanding, Mr. Davis, of what the gender roles actually are and where we failed at, and you coming from a perspective, Mr. Davis, of how could a woman tell a man when she's never been a man, which is absolutely right. Both of y'all right. But what I'm saying is, if you bring those two together, I think most people really find their place where they're supposed to be if they took both of y'all perspective.
Well, let me fuck this all the way up. Y'all want to throw
That's what you like to do. Keep it going.
But y'all want to throw gender roles out here, and half these motherfuckers don't even know what gender they want to be.
Well, that's a whole nother show right there.
Because it's who they see. It's what they follow, motherfucker. Yeah. If they see all of this shit on the YouTube and Facebook, that's what they follow. So when you sit there and start talking about gender roles and gender responsibility, that's where the confusion come in at.
Well, hey, look here. Look, hold on. What I'm trying to say is those are the responsibilities of your parents to explain to you what your gender. Hold on. That's why it starts.
Those aren't even responsibility. Those are qualities.
Yeah,
it's not a responsibility to take care of a home.
I'm saying that
that's a quality. Either it's in you or it's not. Those are qualities. Those are not responsibilities.
Y'all won't
it's a quality, man. It's a quality.
Yeah, and you got women taking their husband to court because he wants some pussy and he just take it without asking.
Well,
that's rape.
Well, he need to get himself together, practice self-control.
Yeah, you can't do that. What I'm saying is, hold on, let me finish.
Back in the day, it wasn't rape.
Mr. Davis, hold on.
Well, you old, Nick. Listen up, old man.
Hold on, let me
say this. We got the law on our side, and Olivia.
And
you
that's,
might be entitled to compensation.
That's why it's destroyed.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying
to
say
entitled to compensation. These niggas get crazy.
I'm just saying this. Look, if you learn your roles,
restitution.
If you learn your roles as far as gender roles, that'll help you develop your position and what you're supposed to be doing. Like you said, Mr. Davis, a woman can't tell you that.
I think,
and then a woman,
it's not a role, it's a quality.
Hold on, Mo, let me finish. Hold on. And a woman can't tell a man what he's supposed to be, just like a man can't tell a woman. You're right, Mo. But what I'm saying is, if you go study those, and if most people go study those gender roles, then they'll understand their position as far as what a provider, protector, and all that stuff is. And if a woman go study her roles, she'll understand what her roles is as a woman.
No, okay, don't study no gender roles.
Why not?
What did JT do that? That's the only way you're going to come into a perspective. He's not here. He said his woman is good with her hands when it comes to fixing things and doing stuff of that manner. That most people traditionally would consider a gender role. Why you changing the oil? Why he not changing? Why he cooking and you changing the oil? Because that works for them. So it goes off of quality.
No, you got some women that got that
certain
talent.
Qualities or you don't. If you got these qualities, I got these qualities. If they fit, let's put them together. If they don't, keep your ass away from each other.
But hold on, Mo, wait a minute. But that don't mean you still
at least stay away from the damn altar.
But what if you still good at cooking too? Let's say you can change the oil and you can cook. You just got you got talent. That don't change your gender role. You got the talent to change.
That ain't, see, you calling it everything, but what it is, it's a quality about you.
I said that. I said that's a talent, which is a quality or whatever you want to call it.
But a talent is not a quality, it's a quality.
Okay, let's say you say it's a quality. Let's say it's a quality, but that doesn't change.
Talent can be learned. Quality is just in you.
Okay, we said it's a quality. But what I'm saying is that, let's just say whatever you say it is, but I'm just saying that doesn't change who you are as a woman. Your gender doesn't change your gender role.
Exactly.
Explain to me.
Gender roles. That's where y'all get the people pissed off.
Explain to me how quality can be in you and talented can be learned.
I learned how to do hair, so I'm talented. I feel in my chest that I want to cook and clean and be wholesome and serve and different things like that. So I feel like that's a quality about me. Now that may not be for everybody. I'm speaking on me. I learned how to do hair. Feeling and wanting to be a provider and different things like that. Like as far as my household, like a caretaker in my household and the people around me, I feel like that's a quality that's in me.
Wouldn't it just be?
Wouldn't it just be your nature?
No, because this is the thing. Quality in you.
A quality.
The quality in you.
Let me get the dictionary. Hold
on. Just hold on. Let me explain it real quick. I allowed you to explain. The quality in you.
I'm listening.
Wants you to be the best at doing hair. Wants you to be the best at cleaning up. That's who you are. So watch this. The talent. The talent is enhanced by the quality in you. Because one more time, if you know how to change brakes, just because you're taking them off and flipping them off and putting them on, the quality in you is going to want you to do it the best that anybody ever changed brakes. So that has nothing to do with the talent. Because if you wanted to be a track star, the quality in you will want you to be the best track star that's ever ran track. So the quality person in you is applied to every fucking thing you do, not just the things that you believe that you're talented in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So whatever you need to find to tell me to see if you understand that, then go on, send it to me.
Yeah. So, but going back to my point.
I just really want to argue with you.
let's go back to my point. Like you said,
You don't see me hugging you. This me hugging you.
Hey, yeah, let's go back to my point. Like Mo said, if most people read and understand what they need to understand, they'll be in a better position.
How many people do that? We've talked about.
I'm
yeah, but you always giving. You always
let me finish. You just got to giving us. Hold on. You just got to giving us a sermon on the mouth. Now you don't.
But you give answers to shit that ain't happening.
It don't matter.
It does if you don't find a solution.
There is some people that's reading. There is,
and evidently it ain't enough.
It don't matter. Let the people that's reading read.
So your podcast, so this podcast is just to acknowledge the people that's fucking up.
No, that's not what we're saying.
Them any
no, that's what you're saying. No,
that's what it say. You say you don't really give a fuck if they ain't reading and get knowledge.
No, that's not.
To know better.
No, you just talking to be heard at the point. No, I'm saying this to say, because you can't speak for me. I said
you speaking.
No, I ain't. You talking over me. Two people can't talk at the same time. Be heard. I said that it doesn't matter the percentage of people, as long as I can get to 2 people. If I can get to 10 people, that can domino to 100.
Each one teach one, Mr. Davis.
It don't matter. You think it got to be a tsunami of people off the rip for something that has to happen.
Right.
No, some things
in order to get credit, right?
Happen in a tsunami form. I'm just saying, if most people read and take the time, they'll be in a much better position. You got to think about this, Mr. Dave. Watch this. They say about 98% of most people who try to assemble things that they buy from Walmart, beds, whatever, dressers, they don't even read the directions. That's why 98% of it never be
get to it. I'm one of them people. I just get
to it. I just explained to you the other day why that happens. They are tactical and visual learners. No, and then
visual. Everybody not a visual learner, brother.
I didn't say that. I said the majority of black people. All you gotta do is look the shit up. Are tactical and visual learners. Now you're talking about reading. Hold on. You have a reading percentage.
Well, let me. Is this
Mr. Davis?
How can a motherfucker read some shit and they can't read?
So what about the people back in the old times that couldn't read? You said that's visual.
That's right. They watched it. They mimic it. They look at it. I'm trying to teach you how we learn.
Okay, that's fine. You got a point. You made it. All right, that's great.
You made my point. I didn't.
No, I didn't, because
you said how did the people learn back in the day?
But we ain't back in the day like you said. What's yesterday's price ain't today? Why ain't people reading and 98% are not assembling things right?
Who doing it?
I said 98% of the people who assemble things leave out a bolt, a screw, or something because they don't read the direction.
They're visual and tactical learners. They see it.
Everybody not visual, tactical.
And watch this. And it ain't no 98% of them motherfuckers leaving a part left.
There you go.
Mr. Davis, what he trying to say is some people just do it like Nike because they don't get it on either side. You got those people who in the middle. They can't. Everybody who hand a piece of paper to can't read it. That's what Mr. Davis is saying.
No, I am one of those people.
Tim is saying,
you show me the box, I can put it together. I choose to put it together that way.
Hey, bro, watch this.
Listen. I realize reading the directions, and this is why the people that can read don't read as much, because reading the directions slows you the fuck down.
Hey, Bo, watch this.
And most people don't have fucking patience. They don't
Mr. Davis, I'm going to strike my lemonade now, okay?
Them people don't have the patience that it takes to do something the right way.
Hey, Bo, listen to this. If that nigga right there is putting together an airplane that I got to fly the floor in, and he visually putting it together, I ain't flying. I ain't flying.
First of all, if any nigga put together a plane just old hobby shit, you better not fly.
Hey, Bo, if this nigga put the plane together, we gotta fly visually. I ain't get no. This nigga gonna be missing boats, propellers, all kind of stuff. Right,
and if a motherfucker put it together that can't read, he gonna be in a worse situation than that.
Oh my God, I ain't getting no. Y'all hear it out there, people. This man wants you to get on the plane with people to put together visually. Hey, so this is why we need to read. Reading is essential. But anyway.
Yeah, but if you can't read, how essential is that?
Hey, ask AI. We got AI now. Ask AI.
and that is the reason why
Mr. Davis don't know nothing about AI. What you know about AI, Mr. Davis?
I got 2 master's degrees. I know a lot about it. But at the end of the day, this is what the fucked up part about it. That is the main reason why AI is taking some of these motherfuckers' jobs.
Degrees don't matter. He's gonna run your mouth.
She threw that back.
I told you they hear what they want to hear, because degrees don't matter for women. That's looking for men.
Sorry, y'all, my cat was at the door. But Mr. Davis, you talking about I got 2 master's degrees. I can do this. Did you just tell us it don't matter?
I said it don't matter for women that's looking for men that are already established. See, you got to listen to the whole point.
Well,
that's the part of reading. When you want to take the part of the shit that you want to keep and throw the other shit away, then
I can read all day, all night.
But you miss a lot of good stuff. See, that's when you was putting that last little drop in that lemon drop. You missed the point. Degrees are only necessary when you're a single mother out here doing it by yourself. If you have a partner that is established, then your degrees is not as important as it is to be someone that's loving, caring, and understanding.
But you know what? Some of those women who played the home front, who took care of the home front and don't have degrees, you know what? A lot of those women say to me, some of them are over 70 years old. I'm so proud y'all get y'all degrees and be able to stand on your own.
And guess what?
Because that was unheard of in my day.
And watch this, and that goes to show
and
you
they
that
wish they would have, if they would have had the opportunity to show you like how we doing it.
That goes to show you why women and kids think alike. You can go to a kid that you give.
I'm just gonna go on and say, Mr. Davis, shut up.
Hey, dog, you can go to a kid. You can go to a kid and give them a good life. They'll come to the parent and say, my life was too good growing up. Then you'll go to a kid that went through the struggle and say, we had shit growing up. At the end of the day, women are never satisfied. Yeah, you had a lot of them that would have took that money and had the same fucked up life as the ones that have it now. But they stayed in the relationship and they stayed in the marriage because of an obligation that they got into. Because there's a whole lot of women waiting on their husband to die to get the insurance money.
Wow.
I wish I was one.
See what I'm saying? Going in it with the wrong mentality. Look.
I told you I hit them before they hit the grave. I don't care.
Hey, that's what it's gonna sound like when you die. Huh? That's what they go. That's what's gonna be going on the shirt.
No, you should have played the Cash App symbol.
That's what they really go.
You should have played the Cash App tune with that money in the club.
That's all that statement that lady made too. I wish I had my shit, because they don't have to wait until that motherfucker die to get something. Now they can start doing what the fuck they. Let me dog this real shit. I just believe this. You ain't gonna have no more 25-year anniversaries. You definitely ain't gonna have no 50-year anniversary. I believe marriage nowadays is something that people try. Unless you have been married before and then you say, I want to try it again. But to me, it's as bad as people sitting there saying, I'm giving up on love. But you still out here trying to find love. You know what I'm saying? I believe this. If you're scared to take challenges, and if you don't want to be uncomfortable, you have to be uncomfortable to get through something, to have something. So at the end of the day, I believe taking chances. If you say I'm in love with somebody, you got to say it's gonna hurt at some point in time.
Yeah, because they're gonna fail you. They are.
But at the most, take a sit back and look at the things that you lack, and remember the importance of whatever they bring to you. No, it may not give you $1 million lifestyle, but I promise you, a peace of mind to go to bed every night and to wake up every morning knowing that you can start over, knowing that you and that person is entering a new day together. That's the bonus. You understand what I'm saying? But to wake up every morning not knowing who the fuck you waking up with, it's a challenge every day. So when you look at marriage and you get a woman because you know that she's beautiful, she's smart, she's intelligent, she get a man because he's hard working and he protective and he all of these things. And then as soon as we see somebody else that's doing more than who we with, then now all of a sudden we grading him and we measuring him or her on somebody else. You understand? Marriages survived just like everything else survived so long because you didn't have everybody with a camera in their fucking face. Our lives wasn't compared to Jay-Z and Beyonce. It was compared to our Uncle Alan that lived across town that worked for Chrysler. They got a new car every 3 years. You understand what I'm saying? Before the internet came up, you didn't even have a lot of people in your family graduate. You see what I'm saying? We didn't know really what a good job was. We knew what the customary job was. Everybody at our age growing up, we knew this. At 18, we had to get a job, go to the service, or do something.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, these kids believe they can be whatever they want to be at 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 years old. And here go the funny part. Some of them can. It's just not a lot of them.
That's right.
But you have a lot of them inspiring to be that. And that thinking right there is what has us stagnant.
All right.
Because
that's all right there, Mr. Davis. Mo, we're gonna wrap it up. Give us your extra on what you think about all this, about both conversations, you know. What percentage of women, only 5% they saying, and the woman said that a man, you know, want a woman that don't talk that much and he give her everything she wants. I mean, what you got to say about all this before we go? Well, Ms. Davis just gave us a great
the percentage of women that's marriage material. I don't know. The percentage of women that's marriage material. I guess they're married already.
For the percentage. I'm just saying, what do you think about all of this? From the woman to just need to be quiet.
I don't think numbers should be placed on it. I don't think numbers should be placed on it because then we will have to weigh out how many women are married that aren't even marriage material. That might be in the way of a woman, you know, who his actual soulmate.
Okay. And what you think about?
I feel like until we weigh that on the scale, we can't weigh out how many women is actually marriage material.
And what do you think about women just in a relationship that just need to be quiet and just be there for the man? Like Mr. Davis was saying, you know, some people just want to wake up and have somebody right next to them. You know, it's a great honor and just having that opposed to not knowing who you're waking up with. What do you think about that?
If he already rich, girl, shut your ass up and just make the plans and execute them. If he ain't rich already, girl, open your mouth and tell him your ideas and your views, and you know, let him know y'all work together because you can't be quiet when there ain't no money. That dude, that Mr. Chicken,
right?
Okay, now instead of giving me $500 for my kids' school clothes and doing all this stupid stuff, extravagant stuff for different women, stack your money so that you can do something to maybe open you a landscaping business or a snow removal business and do you something different than working at Mr. Chicken, or you become complacent. So I don't know. All of it's raggedy.
And it sounds like
first of all, we don't know if he's working at
dating is a porta potty.
We don't know if he's working at Mr. Chicken to flip chicken or is he the manager of that motherfucker. That's one. But here go the thing. Let's try this.
No, you trying to get too deep into it. It don't matter.
No, it can't be too. You said he don't.
If you want to
get a landscaping business, why not go and be the manager of Mr. Chicken?
Listen, we talking about a nigga who already working at Mr. Chicken who trying to get the fuck off the fryer. You hear me?
No, you trying to get his ass off the grill. You trying to
ask for it. You just want to argue.
He didn't say he had a problem with working there. You try. See, that's the thing. Women gonna get him and try to change it. Now all of a sudden the Mr. Chicken job ain't good enough.
No, because you got me covered right now with this Mr. Chicken. You might got some shit covered with this little Mr. Chicken salary, but as soon as your punk ass wants some kids to keep you out the nursing home, you can't do that on Mr. Chicken.
See what I'm saying? All right, let me ask you one question.
How you gonna do me and these kids on
Go
Mr.
ahead, Mr. Davis. So we go end the show, but go ahead.
Okay, this the one. Give me 3 qualities that a woman shouldn't do to be considered marriage material.
That she shouldn't do?
Shouldn't.
Okay. Go ahead, Mo.
That she shouldn't?
Shouldn't. Because I know
be running your goddamn mouth to anybody, even your sisters and your cousins.
She said
you shouldn't.
She
run your mouth. You said I'll tell you what they shouldn't do, right?
Yeah.
3 things that a woman should not do when it comes to marriage, right? Don't be running your goddamn mouth about your kids or your man. make sure you take the time out to look at yourself first before you be like, oh, hell no, this nigga off the hook, because at the end of the day, every action has a reaction. So you might have to analyze what you may have done to trigger this response in order for y'all to get through it. And last, listen. Whether it be verbal or non-verbal, listen to that man.
You say we was ending it on that.
Now what you got to say, Mr. Davis?
Well, I mean, that's why I was just letting her finish. You know, I wanted her to get it all out. Yeah. I mean,
I'm
before
finished.
we go, you want to respond to that? Then don't make it
Yeah,
long.
not right. The two of them is right. You should listen. And the first one, you shouldn't be running your mouth. But when you sit there and say, I have to sit back and reflect on some shit that I might have did wrong, then you already know you did it wrong. That's like when a motherfucker come to you and say, let me ask you a question.
No, let me give you an example. Sometimes women be PMS, and that's why I tell men to track women's cycle. The week before her cycle starts, she's clinically crazy. Men don't know these things.
No, but if you know it,
you know, you might have triggered for him not to want to talk to you for 2 days.
But if you know that as a
this man
woman,
didn't just decide, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing to her ass.
But if you know that as a woman, wouldn't it be in your best interest for your man to check your own shit? If you know 2 days from now your period gonna start and it's gonna make you crazy.
That's basically what the hell I said. You about to make me cuss and get Jamaican on this motherfucker class screening off.
Need to understand that.
I said that you may need to analyze and check yourself to check to see if you triggered his response. Would you consider disrespect or a negative response? What is this in response to? A man ain't just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be short and talking to her today for no reason. No, yesterday, you was acting crazy. Nobody will talk to you today. So I'm just talking to you barely because I don't want you to trip out on me. But I'm saying women PMS.
Yeah, she said basically.
So listen to me and hear me out. Don't just be responding.
She said that women should do preventative maintenance, be knowing what's going on, which will prevent the big blow up.
Before you take it to that man,
but y'all act like I didn't hear that. But one more time. So all I'm saying is this. If I know, I'm gonna get the same example. If a nigga know his woman don't like weed, but he smoke weed, and you ain't going and on your way in the house, you ain't hitting your shit up, you ain't washing up. If you know that you going through this, why should you constantly have the same goddamn problem? Your period come every month. So what are you doing as the woman to correct that? That ain't got shit to do with him. So wait. So if you did if you took time to talk to yourself, preventative measures, then this shouldn't be a problem no more.
Right. She said that. She said that you.
No, she said you take.
You know what my response is, Mr. Davis?
She said you go and reflect when you done fucked up.
Because you might need to just go and apologize instead of even addressing what you think was the fucking issue.
So how does? But what I'm saying is, when you know that this time,
you just want to compensate.
I want to know what your preventative measures is. If you know this time is coming and you know this is a problem, do you look at it and say, okay, when it coming, I had this?
I'm gonna tell you what it ain't. I ain't gonna
go and apologize for it, or do you say, I'm 2 days before my period, let me make sure I don't do nothing stupid?
All right, stop right there, Mr. David. Let her answer. Then we're gonna let.
But what if you're not even tracking your period because you're so busy? So it might, Mr. Davis, leave me alone.
That's an excuse.
Even bring me
you want him to track that motherfucker, but you ain't gonna
tune in to this podcast next week.
No, I'm just saying for their own sake.
But you want him to track it, but you ain't track
for a while on the Cliffs podcast show. Make you smile.
People don't know their periods. People don't know preventative maintenance. We'll figure it out.
We'll dive into topics, get new best friends. So grab a seat and let it go. On the Cliffs podcast show. Let's enjoy.